Good morning, everyone. This is Royce come back at you with yet another frozen pizza review. I almost said fast food fave. No, I said let's try. Oh, Lord, these are getting mixed up in the brain. I'm going crazy. Alrighty, anyway. Y'all saw who it is today. We're going with Screamin' Sicilian. Now, for those who are just joining us, Frozen Pizza Review is where I try a brand of frozen pizza and judge it. I stick with the pepperoni pizza because that is the one that is going to be most common. Now, would it make more sense to try the best, what is considered the best of each pizza? Maybe, but I like to give them all a relative even footing. Anyway, besides which, most of the time their pepperoni pizza is their best pizza. Hey, look at Totino's. Alrighty, so here we got Screamin' Sicilian. Now, baked for at 425 for 17 to 18 minutes, or 17 to 19 minutes. I did 18. The crust has some of those little, is it semolina flour? Where it's a little coarser than regular flour. I know DiGiorno has that on the bottom, because it feels like it's got cornmeal on the bottom, and it's just I don't know. The DiGiorno taste test is going to be an interesting one for me. The outside clearly did get done, but the inside, I don't know. Let's try it. The sauce, I'm not sure, but I think it is a sweeter sauce. Which again, I like. I know a lot of others don't. The pepperonis, they really crisp up in the oven, which is actually kind of unique for a pizza. Up until now, the pepperonis haven't been really changing all that much. That crust, though. I don't know. It reminds me of... This is going to sound really weird. You know those cracker breadsticks? Where it's they call them breadsticks, but they're actually just long crackers? It's basically a savory biscotti. It reminds me of that. I don't know. It's also got a little bit of freezer burn, but that could either be my fault or Walmart's fault. It is Pi Day as I'm recording this. And sadly, this is the only pie I'm getting. Honestly, I would really love a slice of chocolate silk pie. Not from Perkins, because they do a normal pie crust. When you have chocolate silk pie, you have to do the graham cracker crust. And the only place that I know does a chocolate silk pie with graham cracker crust is Marie Callender's that you get from the freezer aisle. Possibly the best sweet pie, in my opinion. Other than maybe if Marie Callender also made a peanut butter silk pie. Which, peanut butter silk. So yeah, I decided to do some interactivity today and see how people enjoyed what everyone's favorite, of each pie is savory and sweet. And unfortunately, I'm not allowed to do many options with the with the uh, with the polls. I'm only allowed 4 options. I think if I think depending on what wins for the sweet pie one, I might do a sequel. Like for example, I think fruit pie is currently in the lead, so I might do a sequel where it's um, cherry, apple, strawberry, rhubarb, blackberry. I'm trying to think what would be the last like fruit pie. Probably a berry, blackberry or boysenberry, something like that. It's weird because like pumpkin and pecan pies are like the outliers of the pies because they're not. Well, I guess pumpkin pie is technically a fruit pie in that gourds are fruits, but um, I don't know. The Slinky Dog video went up today because one, I forgot that it was Pi Day today, as in the day I'm recording this, and two, um, again, broke. And someone told me that I was laying it on too thick, that I was coming off as facetious, and it's like, look, I this isn't a funded thing. I'm doing this out of my own personal expense. You know, I need to be honest with you and tell you like, okay, look, we're going to be doing some more. We're going to be doing less food tries for a bit because I can't. Unless you guys want Royce tries peanut butter sandwiches or Royce tries his mom's jambalaya again, because my mom, bless her soul, gave me some jambalaya and some pork tiki masala, which actually I don't think I've tried her pork tiki masala on camera. I might have to do that for y'all because my mom loves making tiki masala. Granted, she uses the jarred stuff, but she adds a bunch of stuff to it. Is pork, for lack of a better word, kosher to Hinduism? Because like when I think of Indian cuisine, I think mostly of goat and chicken. And lamb, I guess. Does lamb count as goat? Oh, it's weird to think of like Buddhists and Hindus eating lamb. That's much more of an Anglo-Saxon thing because you know we're okay eating babies. We invented veal. You'd think people would think all life is sacred, which I mean, like there are a lot of vegetarian Indians. My mom, as I've said in the past, worked with a lot of Indians when she was a computer programmer, and many of them were vegetarian. In fact, she talked about going to Pizza Ranch. They'd order the because Conagra would do company like lunches and stuff, and her coworkers would order the Tuscan Romana, which is basically speaking of pies or pizzas, is Pizza Ranch's take on a pizza margarita. Instead of basil, it uses spinach and it uses Roma tomatoes. It's possibly their best pizza. Honestly, it's one of my favorites. I might have to highlight it as a fast food fave one day. That and CC's, either CC's or it's also Pizza Ranch's BLT pizza, which is just bacon, bacon bits, lettuce, and tomato on a pizza with mayonnaise. So it's just an open face BLT, or if you think about it, a salad on a pizza because like you know how Miracle Whip and stuff like that are called salad dressing. So you know mayonnaise is kind of a salad dressing. Certainly in a lot of salad dressing. And some people have been very supportive. They've been like, just open up your PayPal or something, we'll donate to you. And I'm like, I don't want to do that to you guys. I want to be as sufficient as possible. You know, they were telling me this is the real pizza to get. And, like, it's just kind of DiGiorno adjacent to me. Like, is it higher quality than DiGiorno? Yeah, but I kind of prefer the other pizzas, if I'm being honest. I will grant, the sauce is much more of a pizza sauce. Or it's much more of a marinara sauce. It pools and like it ebbs and flows as an actual marinara sauce I've seen on spaghetti would. If you notice how it kind of groups together here, like it's hard to explain without you being here. Also, this part is kind of undercooked. Honestly, I should have put it in the oven longer, but the crust would have burned. You know, it's like, do I want some undercooked cheese or do I want some overcooked bread? So let's see, where would I rank this? The crust isn't terrible. What was that? But anyway, the crust, not terrible, but not overly pleasant. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. The sauce tastes like a real spaghetti sauce. I'll give that an 8. The cheese, it is actually pretty pleasant. Sorry. The cheese was actually fairly pleasant. I would give that, I'll say a 7. And the pepperoni, while it was fun to have the crispy pepperoni chips, that I think that's kind of where the freezer burn was coming from, but I'll give that also a 7, fine. 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 8 is 22, plus 4 is 26, divided by 4 is 6. So yeah, like I said, the crust is, if it were on a better pizza, like, the toppings are not the problem here. The crust is the problem, because the crust is too thick for the toppings on it. This is kind of, like, when you have a smaller crust, you can, or if the crust didn't stick out so much, if the crust were underneath everything, then it could trap moisture, it could stay good. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out my ass here. I'm not a trained baker, and pizza is baking. It's still a pie. It's it's bread on top of, or it's it's stuff on bread. Which makes me wonder, like, which would make a calzone a pasty. What would you call, like, a closed pizza? Like, if you literally made a pizza pie, would it be a pizza pie, or would it be like an Italian pot pie? Actually, that's not a bad idea. Like, do sort of like a Sunday gravy type scenario with a good, like, hearty meat and tomato sauce, some Italian sausage, some basil and mozzarella in a crust. Like, there's something like that called like a timpano or something, but it's got like eggs in it too, and I just, like, that's weird. It's really weird. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. I hope I ate slow enough for you this time. People got really incensed by how fast I ate the Tombstone pizza. And like these are small pieces, guys. They're not that big, and so I purposely ate that one slow. Me. Anyway, y'all have a good one. This is Miller. I'm outie.